Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. This is Jerry, your money coach, coming in again with another nugget for you. Sitting here thinking, getting ready to get out of my car and run some errands for the day. I have lately been on this whole quest for passive income, right? Passive income is the name of the game when it comes to, if you're focused on financial independence, you want to replace your 9-to-5 income, you got to find a way to replace that. And for me, it's through passive income. And the reason why I am so big into that now is because I was playing this game. I played it a few times, actually. It's by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's called Rat Race, right? If you haven't heard of it, if you haven't played it, highly recommend it. Game will change your life for the better. But overall synopsis of this game is that everyone is given at the start of the game an occupation. And occupations range from janitor to secretary to lawyer, the doctor, all different professions. And those professions, you have a different life situation, right? Meaning your salary range is different. So if you're accountant or a lawyer, you're making more money. If you're a janitor, truck driver, you're making less money. But on the flip side of that, you have fewer expenses if you're not in that like high professional white collar job. And the whole goal is you want to eliminate your expenses strategically, but also buy assets, whether it's stocks, real estate, businesses, whatever that looks like, right? It just opens up your mind because the whole game is to exceed your expenses with your passive income. And so if that works from a game perspective, I started applying that to my real life situation. And for me, my thing is dividends, passive income. Now, I have different investment vehicles. In my long-term investments, I have my Roth, and inside my Roth, which is for my future retirement for me and my family, I'm growth focused. But in my taxable account, which is my account that I can access anytime, I started switching it up, and it's like a hodgepodge. There's growth in there, but now it's really focusing in more on dividends. I'm trying to build this dividend empire. Excuse me, y'all. Really focusing on increasing my dividends because that passive income is starting to snowball, starting to get a little bit bigger. Case in point, so end of March, I received a dividend payout for one of my top holdings in my portfolio. And this one it's SCHD. SCHD is a ETF, which is like a bucket. And inside that bucket, there are dividend stocks. It's dividend focused. You got to be a company, a business that has a nice, well-paying dividend, and it consistently has to like meet certain thresholds. It's vetted. If you don't meet that criteria, you're removed out, and then only the best of the best stays in this fund. So that's one of my pillars in my portfolio. Well, there's nothing but God's grace and God's willing and hard work. I just checked, I'm closing in on 2,500 shares of this ETF, almost 2,500 shares. And when I got my last dividend payout, y'all, it was almost $600. Now, this pays quarterly, every 3 months, but $600 just to hold the stocks that are in this ETF, or the shares of this ETF. And in doing so, what I did was, it's a formula called DRIP. It's where you just allow it to reinvest. I didn't need the money at that moment, so I reinvested those dividends. So that $600 basically bought another X number of shares. So it's snowballing and getting bigger and bigger. That's the formula of how you create passive income, money that you don't have to work for, that's going to pay you in the future, so that you can replace or add supplement to your 9-to-5 income. Another one of my top pillars or top holdings is I'm into real estate, but I'm scared I understand real estate and the importance of it, but I'm not at the point yet where I have a low trepidation where it comes to buying like a rental property or something like that. So for me, what I did was I invest in what's called a REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. And my top holding in that one is Realty Income. And this REIT, or ETF, if you will, owns or is the landlord for like a lot of companies that we go to every day. So like AMC movie theater. AMC doesn't own that building. They rent it, and they pay a share, or they pay their rent to this company. Some Walmarts, what else? I think 7-Eleven, Sam's Club. Recently, they just bought MGM. So like every time you go there, it's like the MGM casinos, they pay their rent it comes into this fund. But me as a shareholder, they kick me out a monthly dividend. And in that monthly dividend, I have 509 shares of that. So that's about $140 a month. Each month, they're kicking over to me each month. Then I have another one called JEPQ. That's another monthly one. But between the two of those, I use that money to pay my HOA at my house. So that one, I do take the money out. But that's how passive income can start taking away some of your expenses and help free you up from being dependent on the 9 to 5. And the reason why I think I'm so strong about this now, I'm so passionate about it, is because if you give someone the power to feed you, you also give them the power to starve you. That's not mine. Chris Sane said that, and I definitely rock with it. But it's really important to make sure you have multiple streams of income. And for me, dividends is the key. I also have very audacious goals. One of my future goals is to pay off our house early. So I do also like option trading. I'll talk about that later, but in another future video. But it's all about generating income, putting it into whatever you do to build outside, or just your income in general. Take that money, distribute it into dividends, and let that start snowballing. Another way to create extra stream of income, and hopefully help you on your journey to financial independence. But just that was on my heart. I wanted to share it because yeah, it's been working. It's been working well for your boy. But hope you have a great day. If these videos are blessing you, do me a favor, subscribe. Also share this content. Hopefully it'll bless somebody else. But it's all about taking action, right? Less talk, more action. And in doing so, your snowballs, the wins will get bigger and bigger, and you'll see greater results. So just wanted to share that. Hope you have a great day. Make it a productive one. And until next time, take care.